In 1954, the same year that J.R.R. Tolkien published The Lord of the Rings, another epic, far bleaker and more savage, hit the bookshops. The Broken Sword, written by the American Poul Anderson, has largely been forgotten, but is a must for every lover of fantasy, especially of the Grimdark variety. Anderson was fascinated by Norse sagas due to his Scandinavian roots, and this shines through in The Broken Sword. It starts in a classic saga style, with a Viking called Orm settling in England by slaughtering the occupants of some green and pleasant land surrounding a bay where he can shelter his ships. He marries the daughter of an English earl and reluctantly agrees to have a priest of the new god on his land to see to her Christian needs. Shortly before his wife is about to give birth, Orm quarrels with the priest and sends him away, then sails off to do a bit of looting and pillaging. As a result, when a son is born, no priest is on hand to christen the baby. An elf lord called Imric grabs the opportunity to swap the unbaptized infant for a half-troll, half-elf changeling, the product of a violent rape. This savage and soulless changeling is called Valgard, and is raised as Orm's firstborn, while the human infant is named Skafloc and raised among the elves. Not long after Imric brings his new foster son home, a messenger of the Aesir appears, bearing a present from the gods in Asgard, a broken and rusty sword. The day will come, says the rider, when Skafloc stands in sore need of a good blade, and this is the Aesir's gift against that time. The scene is now set. There are two babies, two halves of a sword, two realms, fairy and the world of men, and two religions, Norse paganism and Christianity. To tell you more might spoil the story. Much of it is set in a bleak and never-ending winter. A love story runs through it. There are elves, dwarves, trolls and fairies in this homage to Norse saga. There are battles at sea and scenes of seduction and torture. It's a ripping good yarn, which, although it harks back to Norse saga, was ahead of its time. It's grimdark fantasy from a time before the term grimdark was even coined. Poul Anderson himself felt that the original version of the book was too savage, and a revised edition, published in 1971, smoothed out its sentences and slightly altered one important section. Yet there is a gritty realism to the brutal lyrical excess of the 1954 text that brings the tale to life. To borrow Tolkien's words about the famous epic Beowulf, The Broken Sword is a drink dark and bitter, a solemn funeral ale with a taste of death. Thoroughly recommended. Well, that's all for this episode. If you like these podcasts and find them useful, please follow or subscribe and share them with your friends. If you want to help with the cost of making them, you can buy me a coffee. Links to all the books I recommend can be found below.